Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we will learn about the different types of research. That is, descriptive research versus analytical research, applied research versus fundamental research, and quantitative research versus qualitative research, and conceptual research versus empirical research. So these are the different types of research. So we will see in detail the differences between the each type of research. So first of all, we will know about the descriptive research versus analytical research. So descriptive research is used to describe the characteristics of a population on phenomena. So it is used to describe the characteristics of a particular population. So where we want to take a sample and perform the experiment or any phenomena, that is any fact or any situation. It doesn't attempt to explain why the phenomenon exists or why it is the way it is. So it will never explain about that particular phenomenon, okay, and why it is existing. So the descriptive research only tells us about what is the purpose of research. So when we can apply that research and where we can use that research and how can we use that research, and it doesn't denote about why. So why this type of research is applied here. Descriptive research is often used to gather baseline data or to identify trends. So basically, this type of research is used to know about uh, the basic data about the particular particular subject. So here the variables are uncontrollable. So the researcher don't have any control over the variables. And this type of research is also called as a ex post facto research. Ex post facto research. So this type of research is actually used in the social studies. For example, we can consider the frequency of the number of purchases occurred in a online portal during a sale. Okay, and another example is the time spent by the teenagers uh, by watching the OTT web series or OTT movies. So if you want to know about, I mean, how many people, I mean, which type of people, like aged people or younger people, so middle-aged people. So which type of people were watching the OTT movies? So if you are conducting a particular survey, then you will use the descriptive research, right? So here in the descriptive research, it is basically in the qualitative form of a research. So just we are inquiring about the particular study. Okay, so these are two examples for the descriptive research. And analytical research, it is used to explain the cause and effect relationship between the variables. Okay, suppose if I go fast to the college, then I can attend the class, right? So if I am going late means I cannot attend the class. Okay, so this is the cause and effect. So if I go fast, then I can attend the class. If I go late, then I won't. I can't. I mean, I will attend the class, but it will be very late, right? So this is the cause and effect relationship. So analytical research will explain about the cause and effect relationship between the variables. It typically involves collecting data from a sample of the population and using statistical techniques to analyze the data. So here we are using some statistical techniques like Z test, chi-square test, t-test, f-test. So like this type of different and ANOVA test. So these type of different types of statistical tests we are performing on to analyze the data. So this type of research is basically quantitative nature. Analytical research is often used to test the hypothesis or to make the predictions. So this type of research is basically used to know the relation between the two variables. So whether the two variables are equal or not. And the variables are controllable in the analytical research. And it is also known as the experimental research. So descriptive research is again divided into two types, that is cross-sectional research and longitudinal research. Okay. So in the analytical research, researcher has to use the data already available or information to analyze them to make a evaluation of the subject. But in the case of the descriptive research, so here the researcher is performing a survey, or he is interviewing some persons to know about the uh, particular thing. So here, if you want to know, so which type of persons are watching the OTT movies more, then he has to serve on the different age groups people, right? So this in the descriptive research, they are knowing about the particular data first for the first time, and it is done by the researcher only. And in the analytical research, they are using already existing data. So the next one is the fundamental research versus applied research. So in the fundamental research is also known as the basic research. So this type of research is done to increase the knowledge of the researcher and to understand widely about the particular research area where he wants to perform the research study. So it is focused on developing new theories and concepts. So by the fundamental research, he can develop new theories and concepts. So how he can know the new theories and concepts by the through the experimental, theoretical, and observational analysis. And this includes the short-term conclusions. It needs only some small amount of time to to know about a particular subject area. And basically, this type of research is used to enhance the organized body of knowledge of a particular discipline. So, in the basic research, so we can formulate the theory and generalize some principles. Fundamental research may not suggest the solutions of a immediate problems like applied research. For example, uh, pure mathematics, phenomena, and human behavior. And the next one is the applied research. Applied research is conducted to solve specific problems or to develop new products or technologies. So this type of research is action oriented or solution oriented. So if you want to get some immediate solution for a particular problem, then we can use this applied research. So the main goal of an applied research is to obtain an immediate, specific, and practical solution of a problem. So it is more focused on the practical applications of the research findings. So this type of research is mostly applied in the social research, political research, marketing research, and evaluation research. It is focused on solving some specific problems. Suppose an organization wants to launch a new software product, so uh, they will immediately develop some. They will immediately arrange some team for that product, and that team start developing a new software product. Okay. So it is experimental or observational. So in the fundamental research, it is uh, used to know the some basic knowledge about the subject. So here it is concluded only by the experimental or observational thing, and it gets the long-term conclusions. So it takes some amount of time to perform this experiment. It involves the scientific investigations, but the methods are not so rigorous as in the fundamental research. It finds solutions to be applied in local environment and they may not be universally acceptable. Applied research doesn't promise to add a new knowledge to the discipline. So the next one is the quantitative versus the qualitative research. So in this type of research, in the quantitative research, the researcher uses numerical data to answer questions about a population or phenomenon. So in the quantitative and qualitative, here the name itself denotes that quantitative means numerical and qualitative means non-numerical data. Okay, so here in the quantitative research, the researcher uses numerical data to answer the questions about a particular population or the phenomenon. So he will collect the numerical data. So it is often used to test a hypothesis or to make predictions. So to test the hypothesis whether the given the taken variables are equal or not, and how to predict the variables. So whether we can get the expected outcome or not. So for this purpose, we use the quantitative statistical approaches. Like correlation analysis, regression analysis, time series analysis, and we can perform some of the tests like t test, z test, chi-square test, ANOVA, etc. Quantitative research methods include surveys, experiments, and statistical analysis. So we can collect the quantitative data by surveys, experiments, and the statistical analysis. So the example of the quantitative analysis is price of commodity can be measured in rupees, whereas if you want to uh, weigh some vegetables or fruits, then you will measure it in the kilograms form. And if you want to consider the mileage of a vehicle, so how much mileage the vehicle will give, so it is measured in the kilometers per liter. Okay, so everything will be measured in the numerical format. So coming to the qualitative research. So in the qualitative research uses non-numerical data to understand the meaning of a phenomenon. So to understand a particular scenario, so we are using the non-numerical data. So how can we get the non-numerical data? So by exploring the people's experiences, opinions, and beliefs. Okay. So here the emotional intelligence plays the key role in the qualitative research. The researcher must observe the emotions of the selected sample, and he must take the decisions. I mean, he has to consider all their opinion, and he has to conclude the uh, results. Qualitative research methods include interviews, focus groups, and participant observation. Okay, so here the researcher has to he has to focus on he has to collect the data from the sample by conducting interviews, focus groups, and the participant observation on the a group of people. So the researcher has to consider uh, the human intelligence. So how he's behaving in a particular situation, how he reacts to a particular situation. Okay. So in the case of the market research surveys, uh, qualitative research is carried out to investigate the likes and dislikes of the customers, to study the human behavior, and it helps in understanding the current pattern of demand of a company's products. And the qualitative research is a difficult task because he has to consider all the opinions on, he has to collect all the opinions about the people. So next one is the conceptual versus empirical research. So the conceptual research is based on the ideas and theories. So a researcher can take the already existing theories, or he can develop a new concept or theory. The conceptual research methods include literature reviews, conceptual analysis, and theoretical modeling. So here, this type of research involves the development of new theories, abstract ideas, and generalized principles. Philosophers, intellectuals, and thinkers carry out this kind of research. On the basis of the conceptual knowledge, they build theoretical models. And this type of research is an intellectual process to develop and verify the knowledge. And the next one is the empirical research, which is based on observations and experiments. It is used to test the hypothesis or to make predictions about the real world. Empirical research methods include surveys, experiments, and statistical analysis. The information collected in the form of facts develops the conclusions and theories about a phenomenon. The models so developed can again be verified by a replication of data collection. To test a given hypothesis, empirical research is the most popular and powerful tool in the modern world. It can be objective and use it to test the hypothesis. An example of conceptual research is a study that reviews the literature on the concept of intelligence. And empirical research example is a study that conducts an experiment to test the effectiveness of a new drug on the patients. So next we will see some of the other types of research like historical research, clinical research, one-time research, educational research, social research, field research. and laboratory research, marketing research. So, historical research is the study of past events, historical documents, remains, and relics. And clinical research is employed to study the effects of a new drug. One time research is carried out on a small scale in a short period with a specific purpose. And educational research is directed towards the study and development of educational system. Social research is concerned with the social problems of the society. Field research is done by going out in the field or market whereas a laboratory research is carried out within four walls of a laboratory. Market research is performed to forecast the potential demand of a product. So these are the different types of research. Thanks for watching my video.